level.
I just want to ask you about a big fight that I believe is still happening in November in the division at 47. Brian Norman, Devin Haney. Well, there's some controversy today. Did you hear about that? What's going on?
What happened?
So Bill Haney he's upset because they want Norman to enroll in Vada by right now, like as of today. Mm-hmm. And Norman's saying, I got a vacation. We'll start this August 1st. 16 weeks out for the fight.
Yeah.
What do you make of that as a fighter?
I think that people are the likes of Devin Haney and Bill Haney. They want to have so much control because they are so horrified of getting a L on their record that it gets kind of ridiculous. And the boxing world is sick of them. At this point, Blair the Flair needs to go ahead and take out the trash because we're all sick of them. Well, what they're gonna do? Try to play he had some type of fake testosterone in his system. Again, they trying to play that game. If they lose, they're just whiny, and people don't really like to work with people like that. Like, let's just keep it fair. I have no problem with the Nevada testing. What is it called?
Vada. Voluntary anti-doping agency.
Yeah, the Vada testing, but tests at a period of time that makes sense. He wants to get it right now. Like, for what? It's not even 8 weeks before the fight. It's not even 10 weeks before the fight. Make it make sense for everybody. Or Blair the Flair will go ahead and take out the trash and get rid of both of you.
I imagine that their argument would be you can cycle or all kinds of stuff about performance enhancers. I'm not an expert on it, but you could cycle off of it, get off a slide. I don't know. All kinds
honestly,
of stuff.
I don't really care.
Right.
And no one should really care as long as they test negative, like in the fight. Like, why are you caring so much? Oh yeah, well he might be juicing. Like why he's not at work? Blase. Like, it doesn't really matter though. Is he juiced by the fight? Is he testing positive by the fight? And I will even wager for like a really big fight and maybe a world championship title. Yeah, we might as well give you guys a test maybe like 4 weeks before or something. And like, let's actually like make sure that like if it's negative or positive before the fight, so we can already make the judgment call of whether the fight's gonna go,
right,
whether the fight's gonna not
finding
go.
out after the fact is crazy.
Because things happen all the time, whereas though guys are testing positive well after the fact of actually fighting. Let's make it make sense. I would say like 4, 5, 6 weeks before the fight, yes, we should have a test and get those results. But yeah, that's my take.
You guys have history. You had that like infamous sparring session almost a decade ago. It was a minute ago. And you're voicing your opinion now, and I know other fighters feel the same way, but is there still respect there and everything? Any love lost because
with Ryan or with Devin?
With Devin, because you know them from years back and sparred with Devin.
Let's put it like this. I respect their craft. I respect how they're working. But me personally, I cannot stay quiet as being the people's champion. I'm going to tell it how it is. So if they're being a B, then they're being a B. If they're unfair, I'm gonna call it, yo, you're being unfair. And that's how I keep my place as the people's champion. Yes, they can paper champion it up, and domino fights where like they got the odds stacked in their favor. But eventually they're gonna have to come see me. Whether it's verbally or physically in the ring. Eventually they're gonna have to come see me because the people are gonna demand you really get in there and fight. People are gonna demand you actually prove your greatness.
Let me ask you, if the fight does go down November, based on what you've seen from these guys, Brian and Devin, who wins the fight in your opinion?
Against
Norman and Haney,
Norman and Haney. I would say odds would probably favor Haney. Why? Because Haney ain't taking a fight that they think is even remotely like a problem. I mean, they fought like
Well,
a
there's the
bona
angle that
fide
maybe it's
beef.
Turkey's idea.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Turkey's idea. Maybe it's not the Haneys. We don't know, but
I
there's
doubt
two
it.
trains of thought that Bill and Devin courted this fight, or it's a fight Turkey wanted.
No, I
yeah.
think that it's all Bill and Devin Haney.
Okay.
Trying to figure out a way into the market, and I don't even know if it's even going to be promoted by Turkey. My whole thing is
Well, it's supposed to be the co-main event in November. Benavides Yard.
in the Riyadh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a co-main.
Well, that's going to be interesting. But I just don't think that Norman has what it takes to do the things that I would probably do to somebody like Devin Haney. I mean, you can't run and punch at the same time. So there's going to be opportunities. But if you're just chasing him around, which Brian Norman can easily can fall into, and then get popped with a jab, and then the whole fight is basically won and measured off of like 1 or 2 punches that's ever landed in each round. That could easily happen. And I mean, this guy's the road runner right now, and you got slightly slower fighters chasing them down, and it won't work against somebody like Blair the Flair. But against Brian Norman, quite possible.